Welcome to the lesson demonstrating how to add parts to a FireCAD database.
You can add components to your local ATP or ATPX file in FireCAD by using the Launch Project Device Editor option from the menu. Upon executing this command, a new window with numerous columns will appear. While we won't delve into all the columns, we will focus on the most crucial ones. Some of the columns are project templates, the devices column, the cables column, the conduits column, and many others. To add a non-existent device, we return to the Devices column and examine the current database. You'll observe that the manufacturers we selected when we created this project were Generic and Potter, the only two now available. When we click on the selection funnel, we aim to add a part from a new manufacturer. After scanning the list, we realize that our new manufacturer is missing. Therefore, we click Add Manufacturer at the bottom right, which prompts a New Manufacturer entry. We edit this cell and input the name of our desired manufacturer, in this case, High Tech Solutions. Now, High Tech Solutions is listed alphabetically among the manufacturers. To create a new part, we return to the Devices column. Upon inspection, we still only have Potter and Generic as options. So we click Add Device in the bottom right corner of this interface. To locate the device, we'll click on the Manufacturer filter funnel once again. You'll notice an entry labeled as Null. This simply indicates that the manufacturer of the new part has not been identified yet. To do so, we'll click on the New Part entry and search for High Tech Solutions. Now, under the manufacturer High Tech Solutions, a part called New Part is listed. Next, we'll clear our filter to view the entire list of manufacturers and parts in our database. As we scroll down the alphabetically arranged list, we'll find High Tech Solutions after Generic, along with the part number we just started, named New Part. Looking at the parts listed, we notice that the new part from High Tech Solutions lacks a block definition, meaning we can't place it on the drawing and visualize it. To rectify this, we'll add a block definition. For now, due to the absence of a more specific block definition, which will be covered in another lesson, we'll use the basic shape, a rectangle. We'll return to the High Tech Solutions part, click to search for Basic, find Basic Shape, and select it as the block definition to represent this device on the floor plan. Now that we've associated a shape, we could put a shape in this cell to define the block that would be used on the riser. If we don't do that, the basic shape will also be used on the riser. The block orientation is set to north, which is the standard setting, but it can be adjusted according to your preference. Typically, we'll leave the product line blank. Now we can search for the type or category of part. We'll label this miscellaneous. In this part type, it's selected as a module, which should not be confused with an addressable module. It simply means it's one of the part types that are available, having been preliminarily defined as either a module, assembly, card, or hardware. In an upcoming lesson, we'll delve into this detail further. Instead of referring to it as a new part, let's assign it a more specific part number. In this instance, we'll name it 1234. This is the basic definition of the part. We won't delve deeper into defining this part in this lesson, but we'll certainly do so in future lessons. To locate this in the device palette, we need to add a template. This is done by selecting New Template. We then need to name it. We're free to choose any name, but in this instance, we'll name it High Tech Solutions. In the right panel, we'll click Add Devices and search through the parts including the one we just created, 1234, which is the High Tech Solutions component or part that we just created. We'll add it to this template so that we can easily locate it when we want to place it on the drawing. Having completed the basic definition of High Tech Solutions, we'll save our changes. Once saved, we'll click the green cube located in the upper left corner of the editor to exit. Now that the part is created, we should be able to locate it in our device palette on the right side of the FireCAD palette. In the full text search box, we'll input something that matches what we just created. In this case, 1234. This is the High Tech Solutions, part number 1234. Using the symbol that we attach to it, the default or basic shape, we can assign it a device name. In this instance, we'll simply name it XXX. Click Apply, and we now have that component listed as part of our system components on this project. To view it, we'll create a device legend choosing All, which will generate a device legend using the basic selections for the format and place it on the drawing. As we browse through this list, we'll find High-Tech Solutions 1234, listed as one of the components in this project. In future lessons, we'll explain how to make a more sophisticated definition, including the ability to connect these components that we create to circuits.